Are you guys ready to know what my number 2 spot on the list is? Well, number 2 is... Hold it! Before I reveal number 2, I gotta acknowledge this. These last 4 years for Nickelodeon, well, in fact, the entire decade, hasn't really been that good for them. For Nickelodeon movies, I gotta say, thank you for stepping up, but you've made one movie since Wonder Park. You remember from like a couple of videos ago? Yesterday? Well, since Wonder Park came out, you've made one good movie and one bad movie. But Wonder Park is, like, from what I've seen, your last good movie that you did. Because the first bad movie that you guys ever did was, well, we'll get to that. It's a movie from the 90s, but it's one of their first ones. But I want to try to drag this video out just a couple minutes longer. But I do also want to say that, you know, films like Rango, The Adventures of Tintin, Fun Size, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Out of the Shadows, Monster Trucks. I mean, despite Rango being one of the biggest hits, hell, the biggest fucking hit that Nickelodeon ever had, I just gotta say that since that movie, everything else has been shit. Except for one movie. Now, I don't mean everything else is absolute terrible, like complete garbage. Just, that's what a lot of people say. What I say is, I don't care what people say. Just like with me and Chucky. Remember how I said that I'm not reviewing Chucky anymore, which I'm still debating on. I will be telling you guys something at the end of the video, so just stay tuned for that. It relates to the Chucky situation. It relates to that. As for Nickelodeon now, they are releasing one more movie, which is Sponge on the Run. That movie will star Keanu Reeves, people. The biggest star Nickelodeon's never had yet. And he's finally going to be in that. Speaking of SpongeBob, you guys remember when Sponge Out of Water came out? Well, that's what this is. Yep. My number 2 spot is the second SpongeBob movie and the SpongeBob remake. This movie, Sponge Out of Water, is a 100% remake of the first movie. And here's why. Hear me out. Hold on. This movie is a lot better, funnier, and more enjoyable than the first. But I'm not saying that nothing will hold a candle to the first. I mean, I just told you guys a few videos ago that the first one is one of my favorites of Nickelodeon's lineup. The remake, it is a remake, is a lot better. Because it's a whole new story, same cast, same characters, new villain, kind of Plankton, but new villain. If you haven't seen the movie, I won't give away the twist, but let's just say Antonio Banderas is in the movie, and he is one of the funniest and most badass villains Nickelodeon's ever had. And I also believe that this is the one Nickelodeon movie with the strongest message. I was going to make this the number 1 spot, but the true number 1 spot is a movie that I haven't even seen yet. I have it on Blu-ray, and I haven't even watched it yet, and it's been months since it came out. So, I just want to go over why I think Sponge Out of Water is the better movie out of the two. It's a few minutes longer. This one runs at just about 92 minutes, so roughly, 3 to 5 minutes longer than the first one. It's a lot funnier, new jokes. They even have a joke that SpongeBob says, "Step out, step away, citizens. There's going to be some serious aft kicking here." I actually had to read the subtitles. Now, all of the seniors in my junior class back in high school 2 years ago actually voted. We took a vote on a movie to watch because it was towards the end of the year and there was nothing really else to do classwork-wise. They voted for this, and this was the movie that won. They wanted to see this more than that monster truck disappointment. That's what everyone else says, but I find it to be pretty action-packed. We'll get to that in January. I will be reviewing every single Nickelodeon movie on the anniversary of their release dates. Kind of like how I do with openings of VHS tapes, again on my spin-off channel, but I'm not trying to get off topic. We're 6 minutes into this already. Anyway, I think that this one has a much better tone, much better atmosphere, much brighter colors, and to the CGI aspect, doesn't really play too much of a part. This is why it's at number 2. The CGI live action part doesn't start until more than an hour in. They're on land for roughly 20 minutes. Other than that, the twist, I won't dare spoil it for you here, but let's just say the twist is actually the biggest one that Nickelodeon has had. And I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get some new grounds. And this is Nickelodeon's only 5-star, in my opinion, movie before my number 1 spot. Like, this is their first one, like their first 5-star movie. Every single spot on this list is a 5-star movie, in my opinion. My honorable mentions are the same thing. And this is the last 5-star movie that they had until, I want to say Wonder Park, because I don't want to reveal what my favorite Nickelodeon movie is yet. Don't worry, I have a trailer coming out right after this that will kind of give you guys an idea of what that is. Yes, it'll be another trailer, but it will be a true trailer. I do just want to say the moral lesson of this film, it almost brought me to tears because, see, about halfway through the movie, SpongeBob makes a huge speech saying that how he's literally willing to let himself die to keep everyone else that he cares about safe and alive. I literally stood at the screen, literally like this. Wow. Because I just could not believe that SpongeBob would say that he is willing to take one. He literally says this word for word. I am willing to take one for the team. He literally stands like this, ready to take a blow. As if he was ready to, let himself be killed just to let everyone else live. That's a true friend and a true hero. Now, on to the moral lesson. Other than SpongeBob's beautiful speech, by the way, Ecstasy of Gold plays in the background. That's the theme that Metallica uses for when they play live shows. This was considered the best family film of 2015. This film is almost 5 years old. And I gotta say, the Avengers parody, with SpongeBob being more like, I want to say, what should I say about him? Let's see. Well, actually, first of all, Plankton is representing the Hulk. Mr. Krabs is representing Iron Man. Squidward represents Thor. SpongeBob represents Captain America, because red tie, white shirt, blue hat, and little bubble wand. As for Patrick, well, well, he can summon things. What other hero can do that? honestly, I'm not really sure how to differentiate all these guys. Other than that, this movie is really good. Oh yeah, Sandy is also a live action squirrel. But the moral lesson is don't turn your back on your friends or your family. Like, always do the right thing for the right reason. And don't do the wrong things for the wrong reason. Have I said that before? Because it's kind of like deja vu if I said that before. Anyway, I won't keep you guys all day because I got stuff to do. I got videos to make. I got places to be. I just got to say, if you have not seen Sponge Out of Water, I highly recommend this. Because they do make waves in our world.